Hello, my name is Leah Williams, and I am in the International Business Course 4344010 with Dr. Barry Gordon, and I'm going to be speaking today on the second case summary regarding the Trump administration, and the question is, do you support the proposal of the Trump administration to limit the number of visas offered to Chinese students and defend your point of view? After conducting the research, overall I don't agree with the Trump administration limiting student visas from China for multiple reasons, but I'm going to begin by just discussing what the visa is. The Daily Princetonian writes in their article, the F1 visa allows international students to come to the U.S. to receive a degree at the undergraduate or graduate level. So the possible change could limit the number of students, obviously, who would have that opportunity here. Chinese students, or international students, actually make up a great deal of the student population in many of the universities here. The article also says that the Inside Higher Ed report said that there's 38% of all international students studying at the master's level in the U.S. are from China. And the Chinese students actually contribute $12 billion annually to the U.S. economy, according to the executive director and CEO of NAFSA, the Association for International Educators. Another article found on the Pi News is called "Possible Limit of Chinese Visas is Devastating," and it states that this administration is offering this as a part of a package of anti-China measures that includes tariffs on at least an annual $30 billion of Chinese imports, and they're trying to pressure Beijing into ending requirements that U.S. companies transfer technology to Chinese firms. The article also discusses that there are recent reports that are showing that the U.S. is already losing market share of internationally mobile students. And they make a point to say that Australia and Canada have worked with international students and made their efforts to integrate that into their economy. But America is beginning to see the enrollment decrease, and the threat of action like this administration is threatening is going to make the problem worse overall. And that's because the international students, they contribute $36.9 billion to the U.S. economy, and they support over 450,000 jobs. Chinese students alone contribute $12 billion to the economy. To back up my position on this, the CEO of NAFSA, Esther Brimmer, actually stated that because Chinese students and scholars contribute so much to our science and innovation, virtually every community in America would feel the impact of Chinese student visas were restricted in any way. Students should never be used as bargaining chips, and we cannot afford to lose their valuable resource. Now, while this research and data that I found in the articles supports or gives examples of how negatively this could affect our economy if they do limit the visas that they allow for the Chinese students. What leads to my stance on the position is that it's really affecting the students, and they don't really have a say in it at all. It's taking away resources and opportunities for them, and as a lover of education, that's what really kind of irks me about the whole situation. So along with my personal feelings about how unfair it would be for the students that are being affected, there's also this data and evidence that it will affect our economy negatively, and that is why I take the stance that I do not support the proposal to limit the number of visas offered to Chinese students.